The Cowboys and Cardinals both prevailed in their most recent preseason games, and we're going to break down their head-to-head matchup on Saturday night with looks on the side and the total. I'm Steve Seagrave from Picks and Parlays, and if you're watching this before Friday night, I do have a 4% NFL preseason play locked and loaded. We've kept it very low volume in the preseason, but we are a perfect 3-0 during the last two seasons. I do have a special offer to share with you towards the end of the video, but for now, if you guys enjoy this content, you know what to do. Hit that like button for me if you would. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And drop those NFL preseason picks in the comment section. Who do you like this weekend? Sides, totals? Lay it on me in the comments, and I'll be checking those to respond back. So we got Dallas at Arizona. It's the late game on Saturday night, a 10 p.m. Eastern kickoff from State Farm Arena in Glendale, Arizona. Cardinals currently favored by 1.5. Total sits at 37.5. And there hasn't been a ton of line movement. The spread has stayed right at 1.5. I do see a couple of 38s popping up out there. So maybe a little bit trickling in on the over here. I don't necessarily agree with that line movement, but it's mostly 37.5s anyway, if you're looking towards playing the over. Looking at Arizona, they lost the Hall of Fame game 33-30 against Carolina, and if you remember, that was the game where Carson Beck shined. It was the lone game for that time period, so people were really honed in on that game. And then last week, they prevailed over the Raiders 27-14. We cashed on that one using the trend of teams that played in the Hall of Fame game the past couple of seasons have used that extra game as an advantage against their opponents in the next game. And the Cardinals came through with us. Nice game against the Raiders there. Mike LaFleur, first-year head coach, still kind of figuring out his rotations. This is second preseason game. Starters and would see less minutes normally. This is technically, the Cardinals technically are going to play 4 preseason games, though. But he's still figuring out his rotations. Looks like Jacoby Brissett will sit. He won't be playing in this game. And it looks like Carson Beck as well is most likely to not suit up in this contest. So, and on top of that, Jeremiah Love, the rookie running back, sprained it. He has an ankle injury, so he's going to be out for this one as well. Looking at Dallas, last week in Seattle, their first preseason game, they prevail 17-7. Brian Schottenheimer, second-year head coach. Last year, in the preseason, he went 1-2. So he started out this year 1-0. Good effort by the Cowboys in a low-scoring game. Dak Prescott won't be playing in this one. Didn't play in the first game either. It's going to be a QB2 battle here between Sam Howell and Joe Milton, who spent some time with my Patriots. It looks like these two guys are going to be going toe-to-toe for the second-string quarterback role, and it looks like, from what I'm reading here, it looks like they're each going to play a half in this game. So it should give the they both played very well in the first preseason game, so it should give the Cowboys a pretty good advantage in this one, with both quarterbacks that have played well. They both have a little bit of experience now, and both played well in the first preseason game. And if they're going to be splitting time, I feel like that gives them the edge as far as at least quarterback play in this game. And all eyes in Dallas are going to be on the rookie linebacker, Deshaun Miller. It's going to be his first game, as he missed last week due to an injury. He's coming out of Michigan, and I know the Cowboys fans are excited to see him on the field, even though obviously it won't be for the entire game. Kind of goes without saying. So I kind of lean towards the under in this one, the 37.5. If you can get the 38, if you wait, maybe we get the 38, and we can take advantage of that number. This is despite Arizona playing some high-scoring games. Both of their games crushed this total. The loss to Carolina in the Hall of Fame game, 33-30, so huge scoring game in that one. And then we also saw them prevail last week, 27-14, in a game that was a total of 41 points. However, we also saw Dallas and Seattle combined for only 24 points. And the Arizona defense played very well in the second half of that game against the Raiders. They held them to 14 in the full game, but didn't allow a single point in the second half. So this to me is a spot where I feel like it's a lean to me. I much prefer playing the side in this game. Also, the Dallas defense held Seattle scoreless. Seattle scored on their first possession, and then this Dallas defense held them scoreless the rest of the way. So both defenses, the second, third, fourth string units, whatever you want to call it, have played well down the stretch, held their opponent scoreless in the most recent games, at least. Obviously, the shootout with Carolina and Arizona was a little bit of a different situation in the Hall of Fame game. But I think there's a spot here where you could ride with the under. It's just a lean for me. It's not going to be my official play for the video because we're going to roll with Dallas here. We're going to take the 1.5. Now, if this was the regular season, I would take the money line and get the little bit of plus money I could out of it. But in the preseason, they don't play for ties. So I'd like to stick that 1.5 in my back pocket for this one. I just prefer the quarterbacks here. I Howell and Milton against Minshew and Slovis. I feel like the Cowboys have the edge with that. I feel like we saw Howell and Milton. I believe too Milton's going to be starting and playing the first half. And then Howell, I believe, is going to take over in the second half. Obviously, things can change. But obviously, we're not going to see the starters, Dak or Brissett out there for either side. But I feel like the Cowboys have the edge there with Milton and Howell over Minshew and Slovis. And the Dallas offense looked really good in week 1 against Seattle. Put up 338 total yards of offense, 21 first downs, and they were very efficient, especially on third down, where they converted on 11 of 15 attempts. So give me Dallas as the official play, and then we'll lean towards the under 37.5. If you like the under, though, maybe stick around and wait, see if you can get a 38 to pop up and take that, because that is a key number right there. If you get to 38, that would be huge as far as taking the under for this one. But my official play is going to be Dallas plus the 1.5. Just quick look ahead for the final preseason game next week. Arizona will be at Green Bay, and Dallas will be finishing up at home against New Orleans. Guys, I have a great package locked and loaded for you guys on my specials page over at Picks and Parlays. You can get the rest of the calendar year for about a little bit more than $5 per day. So you get all access, all sports, including 5%ers. It's $799. That's $696 off of the normal price, 47% off. And it breaks down to about, like I said, a little bit more than $5 a day. 5% plays alone, $35 a pop. With this package, you get all my plays across all sports every day for a little bit more than $5. For me, that's going to be the MLB, the WNBA, NFL, college football. And then right around the corner, before we know it, we'll be talking NBA, NHL, and college hoops as well. We've had a very successful MLB season. We're up 27 units at this point, going 8-2 with our 5% plays. So great time to jump on board. We're going to continue to cash tickets in the MLB, and we're starting to get the ship righted in the WNBA as well. And like I told you in the beginning of the video, NFL preseason, we pick our spots. Last year we went 2-0. We cashed 2 4%ers. This year we've already started 1-0, and we have another 4%er locked and loaded on Friday night. If you're watching this video before Friday night. As always, the link to my client page is in the description, and that's pnp.buzz/SS, pnp.buzz/SS. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button on the way out, and I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the games.